Yes people, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back for another little chit chat, and today we are talking about Paul Pogba. Of course, Paul Pogba's name popping up every single summer. Will he? Won't he? Will he stay at Manchester United? Will he leave the club? Will he go to PSG, Juventus, Real Madrid? All a host of clubs being linked with Paul Pogba. Now, his contract expires next summer. That means from January he can talk to clubs. PSG are being linked with the man, the Frenchman, and they are believed to want to bring him in to Paris and be part of their team that, you know, hopefully for them goes on and wins the Champions League. We'll be looking at those rumours. We'll be discussing what Manchester United should do with Paul Pogba, a player that we're believed to be in contract negotiations with, but we know he's got 1 year left on his contract. So we'll be getting stuck into all of that. Before we do, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. We're very close to 110,000, so get hitting that subscribe button and help me hit that target. The quicker you subscribe, the faster I get to getting a new plaque. Of course, thank you for helping me get that plaque, but keep hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Anyway, let's get stuck into the rumours, as today we hear from Julian Lorenz and Mohamed Bouhafsi that PSG are considering a move for Paul Pogba, and we hear Paul Pogba is becoming more positive in France. Anyway, this is where we hear the reports from. They are just rumours, they are just bits of gossip, that he is becoming more positive about the idea of playing for PSG after previously thinking more about playing in Spain, not for Spain, in Spain obviously. And Mohamed Bouhafsi has reported that Paul Pogba, keen on a move to PSG, it would cost them less than 80 million euros, and contact between the club and the representatives of the player have been established, meaning Mino Raiola, but they're not yet concrete with Manchester United. Obviously, Donnarumma, he's made a move to PSG, and Mino Raiola is his agent, so he would have been in discussions with them. Now, we've got to ask a number of questions about why this is coming out, because obviously earlier on we heard that Fabio Paratici, who's now gone to Spurs, but he was the former Juventus sport director, so he's well placed to know about these things. He said Pogba back to Juventus, I think it's very difficult. There has never been a moment which he has been close to taking him back. Obviously they got big wages on their books with Cristiano Ronaldo. If Ronaldo was to leave, maybe they could free up the space to bring in Paul Pogba, but they've been hit by the coronavirus pandemic, and you know their finances aren't in a strong enough position to be able to probably finance a move for Paul Pogba. Real Madrid fall into that same bracket as well, and we also heard United weren't keen on including Paul Pogba in a deal for Rafael Varane. We hear negotiations between United and Real Madrid are ongoing. You know, Rafael Varane could possibly make a move to Manchester United if he doesn't sign a new deal at Real Madrid, but it was believed that Paul Pogba wasn't going to be a make-weight in any deal, and that his representatives remained in talks with Manchester United over a new contract. So, are these PSG rumours, legit? Do PSG actually want him? Now, they've made a whole lot of signings. Now, it'd be questionable whether they would be able to make that happen in terms of FFP and those kind of things. But FFP, as we know, you know, clubs can get around those things as well. Maybe they'll sell a few players to be able to bring him in. Who knows? But you can expect clubs to be interested in Paul Pogba, especially clubs that play at the elite level, top level of the Champions League, win their league most seasons, like PSG. They'd love to bring Paul Pogba back to France. But is this coming out because, as we heard from Fabio Paratici, that Juventus aren't able to sign him, Real Madrid aren't able to sign him? Are we hearing these rumours, and are these rumours being put out there in order to intensify the negotiations between Manchester United and Paul Pogba? Now, both of those things could be true. One of those things could be true. Paul Pogba could sign a new deal. He could leave. But there's also been talk about Manchester United possibly not getting him signed up to a new deal and keeping him beyond the transfer window. And for me, everyone knows I love Paul Pogba as a player. I want to see him stay at Manchester United. I want to see him be a part of this team that's moving forward and going ahead and hopefully going to become, you know, Premier League winners. We're building a team. We've got Jadon Sancho in. You know, we're getting Rafael Varane potentially. You know, it looks like we're building a team that's moving somewhere. I would love Paul Pogba to be a part of that. But what I don't want to see happen is Paul Pogba doesn't sign a new deal. stays at Manchester United, and then we're left in some sort of weird limbo as the season's progressing, where in January he can start talking to clubs. Now we already know what Mino Raiola's like. We already know what his brother's like. We already know what can happen. And that scenario would be awful. We'd be in a position where United may be negotiating a contract with Paul Pogba, but also Mino Raiola's talking about other clubs. He's talking with other clubs because legally he can do that. And United are in the middle of a campaign where hopefully we can challenge for trophies, but now we got to worry about all this. If I was Manchester United, I would set a deadline and say, look, sign this deal or we're going to sell you. Now, maybe you don't give that impression to Pogba because you're playing into Mino Raiola's hands, you're playing into PSG's hands. You know, you could potentially weaken your hand in terms of selling him. But in your mind, you should have a deadline. We know that clubs will come in for Paul Pogba. We know that clubs will want to buy him. We know you could wait till late in the window. But if Paul Pogba does not sign a new deal at Manchester United, then we need to be making sure that we get him sold, because we can't have that willy won't he stuff going into a new campaign. It's just stupid. It just wouldn't make sense for Manchester United to do that. So I hope that we get it resolved this summer. Stay or sell, but do one of those this summer. I love Paul Pogba. I want him to stay, wholeheartedly want him to stay. Imagine a team of Sancho, Rashford, Cavani, Martial, Greenwood, Pogba, Bruno. You know, if you bring in Rafael Varane, Camavinga's been... Like, imagine being able to build this team and keep Paul Pogba. Look at Luke Shaw and Maguire coming on so well. You know, we could have such a fantastic team there. We could still do that without Paul Pogba. And I would look to maybe reinvest that money, go out all out for a Jack Grealish or something. But we can't have that willy won't he going into this season. It's a massive season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're going to have, like, it looks likely we're going to have spent a little bit of money going into it. So is he going to hopefully get the players that he wants? That brings renewed pressure. That means that we have to challenge. We probably have to bring home a trophy. You don't want off the pitch stuff, unsettling, all of that. Now I know Paul Pogba will get his head down, work hard, and, you know, probably leave on a free and all, but I don't care. But I just want it to be fully focused on Man United. Sign up or sell him. It's as simple as that for me, and get it done in this transfer window. Let us know what you guys think in those comments below. Make sure you keep clicking that subscribe button, liking, commenting, sharing, keeping it locked to AdamMcKola TV as well. Obviously, we got the European Championships final this weekend, England against Italy. I'll have reaction with myself, Rory, everyone from the kickoff after we have done the kickoff, which is on twitch.tv/TrueGeordie. So make sure you're checking us out for that. I'm live tonight with Joe over on Stretford Paddock as well for Transfers Live. So we've got so much more coming your way. Keep it locked to everything where I'm at. Subscribe to AdamMcKola TV. Till next time, I'm out of here.